Mia had worked at the company for 5 years, keeping everything running smoothly. She scheduled meetings, handled important documents, and made sure her boss, Daniel, never missed a deadline. But to him, she was invisible. To Daniel, she was just a secretary. He never acknowledged her work, never said thank you, never treated her as an equal. Instead, he dismissed her, interrupted her, and laughed whenever she offered an idea. Stick to answering phones, Mia. He'd smirk whenever she spoke up in meetings. The worst came when a senior executive praised a well-organized presentation. Daniel took full credit, even though Mia had stayed late for weeks preparing it. She clenched her jaw and forced a smile, but inside, she was done. Daniel had no idea what was coming. The breaking point one evening, Mia overheard a conversation that changed everything. She was staying late, organizing files, when she heard Daniel talking on the phone. That deal with the investors? I'll figure something out. I'll just make Mia pull something together. She's dumb enough to do all the work, and I'll take the credit as usual. Mia froze. She had suspected it for years, but hearing it confirmed with such arrogance made her blood boil. That night, she made a decision. She wasn't going to quit. She was going to ruin him. The setup Daniel's big investor meeting was in 2 weeks. It was the most important deal of his career. If he pulled it off, he'd be promoted. As expected, he dumped all the work on Mia, but this time, she played along. She pretended to be her usual, obedient self. She smiled, nodded, and assured him everything was on track. But behind the scenes, she was making sure he would fail. She subtly altered numbers and reports, just enough to raise red flags. She arranged the files in a way that would confuse him. She made last-minute mistakes that forced him to scramble. And the best part, she sent an anonymous email to the investors. It contained every instance of Daniel taking credit for work he didn't do, every fake promise, every lie, with proof. The final touch? She printed the wrong version of his presentation. The night before the meeting, Mia left the office, smiling. Daniel had no idea his career was about to go up in flames. The fall. The next morning, Daniel stood in front of a room full of investors, ready to dazzle them. But as soon as he started speaking, it became clear something was wrong. The numbers on the screen were wrong. The files he needed were missing. His polished speech fell apart as he stammered, flipping through disorganized pages. Then, an investor cleared his throat. "Daniel, before we go further, I have a question." Daniel gulped. "Of course." The investor tapped his laptop. "We received an anonymous report detailing some concerning issues about your role in this company." Daniel's face turned ghost white. One by one, the investors began questioning him, bringing up documents, emails, and discrepancies. The CEO's expression darkened. By the time the meeting ended, Daniel knew he was finished. The victory that afternoon, the CEO called Mia into his office. "We need someone reliable to fix this mess," he said. "Someone who actually does the work." Mia tilted her head. "I might know someone." The next day, Daniel was escorted out of the building, and Mia, she walked into his office, no longer a secretary, now the boss.